Hi everybody, are you able to hear me? You can post your comments on it if you're able to hear me. Hi everybody, if you are able to hear me, just post. I can actually know that I'm audible. Just give me a second to check if I'm audible or not. Thanks, Aura, for the warm welcome. Um, the warm welcome. Uh, sure, I got your message to hear me, and we can go live now. I'm not sure how many people are there, but I this topic by breaking into different agendas, and after each part of the topic I would let you guys to ask me questions. So what I've done is I would tell you my background, how I got introduced to it, the background of EFT, what it does, and what is the structure of EFT. Then after we have done this one round of EFT, I would show it to you with one of the common topics of how to reduce anxiety. Once we have done that, how we can use it in public also when everybody is around. And still, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. So I'm an IT professional, and I was very curious about the human minds and everything. So I went to a workshop where we were talking about temperaments. So the coach out there and the workshop conductor at that time was Mahesh Sharma, who is a life coach and pioneer in India. And he introduced me to EFT. We were feeling a bit jittery, sleepy during the session itself. And without coffee, he said, okay, let's do one round of EFT and see what happens. And uh, and it was very easy. We were tapping some areas, and after that, I stopped yawning. And I said, wow, this is so powerful. But somehow I forgot about it in these challenging times when I read the few news. I thought, why not to even revive that technique? So that's how I got introduced, and I can tell you the exercise that we did as an example during what is the construct of EFT. So first of all, to start with, EFT means emotional freedom technique. So how did it start? So there was a philosopher, psychologist, Roger Kelham. He wanted to help people to reduce their fear or any anxiety or any stress or any phobia anybody is facing through. If you're facing any phobia or anxiety, and he already had 40 years of experience. There was one lady called Mary who came to him that I am facing anxiety about the fact that he was very phobic to water. He couldn't go into the bath also, that it was so traumatic for her to go there. So he tried hypnotherapy, other things, and nothing worked. So what he did was asked her to tap on the under the eye area. Now, tapping here actually helped her to relieve her phobia, and it never came back. So her life went to normal. What is this area? Basically, these are the acupressure or the meridian points, whatever you want to call it. In our body, all our organs, if you know, are linked to some points. And if we press those points, it gets relieved. Like, for example, if you have a headache and you press it here, just two eyebrows here, and then hold it for a second, it would be gone. So anytime I'm having headache, I use these 2 points. So I thought, and then this was only 1 point. So that just led to the technique of having the thought field therapy. And there was a lot of research that was going on. And then there was another student of Dr. Roger only, who was Gary the Craig. He said, why not we tap all the 9 major meridian points and the acupressure points, and it would solve it. Whichever is the problem it is linked to, it would help. So now it has all the 9 points. So this is the story about it. But how does it help us? So let's come to this fact. Is there any question still now about this background? Then I can answer it. Otherwise, I move further. I just give you another few seconds to ask anything if you have. Okay, it seems like we don't have any questions. So what happens is our body is basically the flow of energies. It is made of the energy channel only. If the flow of energy is fine, we would be fine. So it's something similar if I have to collaborate. If you have a water stream running down, like something from a waterfalls, if we actually go and see that, so what happens is if the waterfall is very nice and healthy, you would see all the things around it. You can feel the nice smell and everything. But if there is a blockage or anything, you would see the less stream of water. There would be some blockages. So that comes out in some form of diseases that we actually face it. So in case, and those diseases or anything, so EFT just help us to relieve those energy points and put it back. So if I have to say that if we are tapping something strange tapping, we do it, it just help us to rewire our brain to calm ourselves and think in a different scenario, how we would react normally. So that's the basic construct of EFT. If anybody is not aware of EFT, so this was the basic construct. Like now, what are those 9 points? Let's quickly go to there. And I would request whoever is watching this, please follow it along with me so that we can also do it together. So first point is on this hand. If you're able to see my hand, you could just let me try to position it. If you're able to see my hand, any side of the hand can be fine. Just give me a second, guys. Yeah, I think this is now perfect. Yeah, so below the heart line, this line you are able to see? Below this line on the flesh, if you tap with 2 fingers minimum, I normally do it with 4 because it's easy for me, but minimum 2 fingers should be there. So, and we have to tap it here. While we are tapping, we say, even though. The statements could look like, I would give you 1 or 2 statements, even though I feel anxious because of corona, I honor and accept myself. Or the statements could look like something like, even I feel this tension, even though is, and then there's a problem. Anything that is a problem, and that can be replaced. Now for a coronavirus, you could replace it with a teeth pain or anything that you're feeling, or even it could be a fear before just going on public for public speaking. And once you have done 3 times here, and the constructors, even though the problem statement, I love and accept myself, I honor myself, I respect myself, 3 times. For example, even though I feel this tension in my body, I accept how I feel and I choose to relax. Even though I feel this tension in my body, I love and accept myself. Even though I feel this anxiety, I choose to love and accept myself. Then this part is the setup statement, which we do it only once while doing this EFT. And we repeat 3 times minimum here. And then, okay, I just forgot to tell you guys that we don't have to have any watches or specs. Specs, I've just removed it now so that I can show you the points. So then we have to come to the eyebrow point. The eyebrow point is where your eyebrow starts, and then we tap this coronavirus, this anxiety. It could be anything that is there. So let's say I said this anxiety, this anxiety, this anxiety. So side of the eye would be here where you would have some issues or something there. You would start to feel some a sensation under the eye, just below your bone here. Then you would be able to do it. Then under the nose, under the mouth, collarbone. Collarbone point would be something which is where you are, if you guys are able to see it here. And you have to do it under the arm. Under the arm has to be one hand width distance. So somewhere around here you have to do it. Then on top, and you again start from here. This is one set, and then you start again, and this at least 3 times, and then the round leads. Is there any questions from? Okay, doesn't seem like we. I would request everybody to do with me for releasing anxiety. So what is anxiety? Anxiety is we not only feel in our mind but in our body also. So we can know that we are anxious when we know there is some kind of sensation in our body, somewhere in like a heavy chest could be there. We feel some uneasiness in stomach, we may have some shoulder pains or headache. It could be anything like that. Yeah, so Mahesh has just asked me under the arm position. Okay. Mahesh, okay, let me just try to reposition it. Okay, I think now you should be able to see it. So this is one arm distance, and from here I would do it. Here. Is that fine, Mahesh? Okay. I'm assuming, Mahesh, that I've not received, so you're comfortable with it. If you have any doubts, I can help you with it again. So I would request everybody to close their eyes, keep their watches and specs away, and I would try to speak it so that we go through one round how we can release our anxiety. And once we have done that, then we would take another questions or anything from you guys. So, so as I was saying, anxiety is not felt only in our minds, but in our bodies also. And how do we judge that it's there? Because we would find some tension somewhere in our bodies. It could be head, stomach, anything, whichever your body is trying to tell you, depending on how comfortable and how connected you are with your body. So how EFT helps, because it's a combination of emotions as well as acupressure gives a rewiring to our brain. So we do the EFT. So let's start. Before starting any EFT, it's a very good technique that we rate what are our problems. So whatever you guys are feeling, just rate it from 1 to 10. And nothing is right or wrong. It's just subjective. So 10 being the highest number that you are feeling uncomfortable, and 0 being the lowest number. So based on that, you can choose whatever you want to choose. And remember it, like keep it noted side. I give you 2 minutes to remove your specs and your watches. Okay. Okay, let's start. Take a deep breath in and release it from out. Let's do it 3 times. Now on this karate chop point, which is the hand point, which is there, this where we set up the problem, I would start saying, you start tapping on it. Even though I'm feeling anxious, I honor how I feel and give my body permission to relax. Even though I feel this anxiety in my body, I honor how I feel and I'm open to ease. Even though I feel this tension in my body, I accept how I feel and relax more with every tap. I'm doing it with you so that you also know the points. but I'm not removing the specs so that I don't go into the meditative state. Then we go to the eyebrow point, all this anxiety. I notice how my body feels. I notice how the weight of this emotion is. All this anxiety in my, now say the part of the body that you feel is very tense in your body. All this anxiety in my back, uh, in the body, feels in the body. It's hard to relax. Now under the mouth, then collarbone, with everything going on. With everything going on. Then we move to under the arm. This is a lot to handle. Then we move it to top of the head. And I feel it in my body. Then we come again to eyebrow point and we start tapping. Now just think about the biggest reason why you're feeling anxious. And don't worry about the next points or anything. I would guide you. And don't worry about speaking it. It's just about thinking. This round would be about thinking. Think about the biggest reason for feeling this anxiety. Keep on doing this. As you continue to tap, simply focus on what is causing you the most anxiety. Moving to the side of the eyes and feeling present and grounded. Notice, is there a particular task, energy, or simply that is making you anxious? What is making you anxious? Is it a task or any person or anything like that? Then move on to under the eye. Ask yourself, what is the anxiety really about? Just keep tapping and notice what comes up. Notice, is it a lot of things or just one? All you have to be present with your thoughts. As your body continues to relax, move on to under the nose, under the mouth point. Begin to recognize this anxiety and breathe in and let it go. Then on the collarbone, think about what causes this anxiety and notice how you can think about it differently now. But you are having a more calm in your body. Then we move on to under the arm. Notice any remaining thoughts or feeling related to this thought. Trust whatever comes up or does not comes up is perfect for you. And moving to top of the head. Just imagine how you would approach this without anxiety. How would you breathe? How would you feel? Now let's move on to the eyebrow point. It is safe to release this anxiety. Right now and right here, I am safe. I may not need all the answers now. I do not know any answers right now. Under the mouth, even before anything changes, under the collarbone, I can begin to relax. I can begin to relax and keep tapping. Take a deep breath in and release. Under the arm, I cannot stress myself to a solution. I choose peace instead. On top of the head. Once I go to top of the head, I choose peace instead. Now we do the last round. On eyebrow point, we say I'm open for inspiration. Side of the eye, I do not need to force myself for relaxation. I simply let my body guide me and let it happen. Then under the nose, relaxation is my natural state. Under the mouth, relaxing tension in my body. Collarbone, it is safe to relax. Under the arm, I'm present in this moment. on top of the head as I allow my body to relax. Take a deep breath in, release. Take a deep breath in, release. And you can open your eyes now, calm yourself, and check the level of this tension and anxiety in your body. And let me know. Um, Hi, Sukhveer. Thanks, guys. And I would just move on to the questions. Yeah, Sukhveer, uh, I would read out the question for everybody. Well, thank you for all of this. I have a question. I'm working from home, and from last 5 days, I am having a lot of stress. Because of this, I'm not able to sleep well. So, what can I do for it? So, Sukhveer, as we did all this one, I can give you a simple one which you can do it anytime. You can start with the karate chop point where you say, even though I feel stress, I love and accept myself. Even though I'm not able to sleep because of the stress, I love and accept myself. Even though I'm stressed, I love and accept myself. And then this stress, this not able to sleep, and then honoring that feeling, do this round for 3 times. And in the last round, say that, yeah, I accept and I let it happen. So from starting from eyebrow points, the last third round. The first round you can do it with like this stress, this stress, this stress, I'm not able to sleep, this stress, this stress, this stress, this stress. The second round, just tap on it and think what is the problem. Like, and the third round, what you can do is then start about the affirmative statism. I feel relaxed. I'm open to being relaxed. I'm open to sleeping early on time. I'm open. I feel safe that I can sleep. And then you continue and say at the last, say, take a deep breath and allow myself to accept the stress and move further, to relax and move further. And then take a deep breath and complete it. Does that answer your question, Sukhveer? Okay. Uh, I hope it has answered his question. In case we are not sure about the statements and you're still not feeling uncomfortable, what I can do is I can give you an exercise. What I normally do is when I'm not sure what is this all about. So I start, just give me a second. Okay. So I start with the thumb here at the end of the thumb. Deep breath in, hold there with both the fingers, then come down, releasing the air. Again, from here, I take a pause here before starting again. Hold it, then release it. Then again take a pause. Count till 1 or 3 at these junctures. Start again. 1, 2, 3. When you have done all the points, all the meridian points are there. So this you can do it in even in public when you're not sure what it is related to. So this way you can help yourself. Uh, is there any other question from anybody? Okay, it seems like we nobody has a question. Then we can end it here. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay anxiety and problem statement and do it. If you're not even sure, just remember this exercise of taking it forward and then ending it. In the one round of hand, thumb, take it here, hold it, and then so that would help you. Thank you so much.